Hey guys, Jeff with Whirlwind Family Farm, and it's No Frills Friday. I just grabbed the iPhone, walk around, and show you something that I've been thinking about. Got a new iPhone, so hopefully it all does well today. Having my morning cup of coffee. This morning here in Central Texas, we were 56 degrees, I think, at sunrise. So for us, that's quite cool. I almost felt like putting a jacket on. I was not going to put a jacket on because I just lived through Texas summer. And after you've lived through a Texas summer, you just really like to absorb that cool morning. And it was so nice. So having my coffee. But today what I wanted to do on No Frills Friday, as I said, I just grabbed the iPhone and walk. I want to walk through something I haven't done in a while. I just want to walk through the garden and kind of show you what's been going on, show you the good, the bad, the ugly. And the thing here at Whirlwind Family Farm is to take you further along in the education process of gardening and just give you the confidence to know you can do it. It's not hard. It doesn't have to be time consuming, and it's never going to be perfect. So that's why I show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to show you, walk around, show you some good things, show you some failures, and so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to flip the camera around here, and let's just take a walk through. All right, so let's walk through and kind of see what's going on. The propagation tunnel is always busy this time of year, although we're about to wrap that up, but I'll show you just a couple of things. There's beets that we plant this time of year. You can see they're coming along. They'll probably be able to be put in the ground here in a couple of weeks. There's spinach. There's a replant of some spinach because we had some insect damage with these spinach over here. So there's new spinach. Come over, there's more beets. There's some radishes. And there are 200, you can see we're starting to get a little bit of germination, but that's Swiss chard, and I'll show you why that's 200 new Swiss chard. So let's go over and take a look and see what we've got going over in the garden. This time of year, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. There's some bush beans. I don't know if we'll get much of a harvest, but they're really there for crop cover. And you can see that they are doing pretty well. Over here are some cinnamon girls. These are pie pumpkins. They're actually starting to produce a few pumpkins as we get towards October. These were planted a little bit late, but they're coming along good now that we've had some cooler weather. There's some sweet alyssum is ground cover. My wife actually put that in. I planted right here some, this is mustard. So if you look down, these are little tiny, but they will get to be about 2.5 feet tall. So I'll show you those in a few weeks, and it's amazing how much they grow. So let's walk back towards the back part of Whirlwind Family Farm, our market garden, and just kind of show you some of the things that are good and some of the things that are failures, and things that if you garden, you can't expect it to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. And if you watch, I've watched some YouTube videos where you would think they just never have mistakes and they never have issues and their garden's perfect. Well, there is no such thing. And I'll give you a perfect example. As I just showed you all that Swiss chard that was planted, well, we found blister bugs. Blister bugs are, once they've been on and consuming plants, you're not supposed to consume that particular vegetables. And we had a round of blister bugs right here. So all of that Swiss chard had to be pulled. It'll be planted again with a new group soon. By then the blister bugs will have enough cool weather where they should be gone. We've got cabbage in here. There's cabbage along there. There's a few tomato plants. There's some older mature onions. That's bell peppers right there. We have some cherry tomatoes that have been trellised up. Hopefully we'll get a few. Well, last year we had some all the way into January, believe it or not. There's some more peppers along there. And if you look right back here, that's actually some radishes back there and some more cherry tomatoes, which I need to trellis them up. Actually, and also right in there, believe it or not, that is volunteer peppers. They grew up on their own, so I just let them be. So that is the west tunnel. Let's come around as we walk through the market garden. Here in the center, we've got several serrano pepper plants. I'm going to leave those until the frost comes, but you can see they are producing more than we can harvest. We've given away a lot of these just to people that we know, friends. So you can see they're producing lots of peppers. Jalapenos as well. Look at that, jalapenos. If I can get in there close enough where you can see them. They have really done well this year. So let's go over the east tunnel. I'll show you a couple of things in the east tunnel. First of all, you see there's carrots. Not all of these germinated, but still we got several thousand carrots right there. Coming in with some romaine lettuce that we're gonna fill the rest of these beds out with eventually, but there's some romaine lettuce right there. More cabbage, which we had some, if you look closely, we had some worm damage. We have picked those by hand, gone in, get those worms, pick them off each of those plants, which is very frustrating. But again, along with the good, bad, the ugly, you get things that go well, and sometimes insects win the battle. Something that's going well, and you never know about germination, but we had really good germination on that 50-foot row of bunch onions. So that's going to be thousands of those right there, and they're doing well, came up. Fewer insects will mess with onions, so that's a good thing to have them there on the edge. So let's go down towards the south. We'll walk around here through the pepper plants. As we walk down to the south part, you'll see more of what's going on. And a lot of it's cover crop back here, because during the summer, there's okra back here, there's squash, lots of different things. But right now it's more cover. So in some of these rows that are just kind of barren, I sprinkled some oats in here. So we've got some oats there. There's butternut squash right in there. There's, if you look back towards the back, there's more of the mustard plants, and again, they'll get very big. If you look right there, those are bush beans. Again, I don't know how much of a harvest. We may get a little bit of a harvest, but they are absolutely thriving in there next to these pole beans, which we just leave these pole beans because we just like the way they look, even after they stop producing kind of late summer. More butternut squash, which is now starting. If you look at one of my previous videos about 2 weeks ago, this was kind of sparse, but now they start, when you first plant them, you think, gosh, I'm planting them too far apart. But when you're planting them 24, 30 inches apart, they need it, because you can see how they're spreading out. More bush beans that I literally planted 2.5 weeks ago. So you can see how well they're doing. Next is going to be turnips. So that is a row, and I had some areas here that just didn't germinate. So I came back by hand, just took my finger, made a little furrow, dropped some seeds in. That was literally 4 days ago. So the areas where the cedar didn't drop the seeds out, my little earthway cedar, I came in by hand and put some seeds in. Did the same thing right there. And over here, here's another row you can see. So you can see that its siblings there are doing quite well. And of course, the younger ones are just now starting to pop up. That is right here is cover crop, more sweet alyssum, as we go all the way down. And then I'm going to show you something that didn't have a great germination rate, but there's a few, and that is snow peas right there. And so they'll actually get pretty big, and they're just kind of holding soil in place till we get back to next spring. So you can kind of see what's going on here at Whirlwind Family Farm. We always try to keep things going into the fall. Now, what's kind of incredible, I'll come over here. My wife always has a hedge or a row of flowers and different species of flowers that she plants to bring in pollinators. And you can see right along there, some of them are gone. But here we are late September, and they're just, it almost looks like spring. The same thing, it's just incredible. The butterflies and bees and hummingbirds that come into this, and it really draws them in here, and that's the point of having them. This is another trellis fence we use for, these are Kentucky Wonders, and they're still growing, they're still going. It's just nice to have them. They provide a little bit of shade on hot afternoons because the sun is west that way, so this provides a little shade in the afternoon for some of these plants. So I just wanted to show you around and basically what we're doing here in the fall and keep you up to speed on what we're doing. And the main point of what I want to tell you is that there is no perfect garden. There's going to be failures. You saw mine with the Swiss chard, and the day that you discover that and realize that you've had blister bugs in there, it's extremely frustrating. And it's one of those things where you did go, gosh, that was a lot of effort. But I will tell you, if you're just doing a personal garden that's not that big, that doesn't take a lot of time. And it's an easily, quick replant. You can have just 2 or 3 seed trays. You can start one 50-cell seed tray is going to be more than, probably half of a seed tray would be more than enough for your family. Half of the seed tray could be Swiss chard, half of it could be spinach. You can do things like that. And in your smaller backyard garden, it's going to be a matter of planting in 30 minutes. You're just starting in the seed tray, 3 to 4 weeks they get mature, then you take them out to your rows and plant. And as I always say, just keep things weeded. You can do a lot of weeding by hand, or you can get a little collinear hoe, keep things clean, easy, ready to go. So that's our walk around for today here at Whirlwind Family Farm. Haven't done that in a while. And again, I mainly did that to show you it's not all perfect, but it can go well and you can still have some good harvest. Just like I always say, if you look in here, you'll see gaps. So not all of these peppers made it, but yet we have more than enough for a harvest. So thanks again for finding our channel. I'm Jeff with Whirlwind Family Farm. We appreciate when you find our channel, share our channel, like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. It certainly does help us. And again, we'll have another video that you can check out, if I can show you here on my screen. You can check it out right over here. We'll have another video you can click on that will take you further along in that process. Blessings over you, your family, and your garden. Talk to you soon from Whirlwind Family Farm.